Tedious FAFSA forms, long lines with no end at the financial aid office, bills to pay a fiscal service, starving students all for what? College education should be provided by our nation at a low fear cost. Our nation has enough money for national defense and buying weapons, but not enough for free college entrance. The government should help pay Americans college education due to difficulties in obtaining financial aid, human rights laws, and insurance mishaps. By understanding the immense costs associated with attending college, you will be more aware of the benefits government funding can provide. Let's examine the ways in which the government attempts to help students with financial difficulties, starting with loans, scholarships, and FAFSA forms. The government offers many types of funding for college students. However, they are very difficult to attain and are highly selective. Stanford Loan is one of the most major loans in the federal program. Freshmen can borrow up to $55,000, sophomores $65,000, and juniors and seniors $75,000. There are two types of Stanford loans: a subsidized loan based on need, and an upside loan that is not need-based. Students do not pay interest on the subsidized loan while in school, but students on an upside loan need to pay interest from the time it is loaned. You can delay repayment by requesting a deferment. A deferment will last as long as you are in school, at least half the time. A deferment can last up to 3 years if you are unemployed or have economic hardship, such as if you are near the poverty level or you are receiving public assistance. Another type of government funding is the merit-based scholarship. This scholarship for students who have good grades or have other special talents, such as athletic or musical talents. For students to be considered for a scholarship, they must have a 3.5 GPA or higher. It is very difficult to attain, and colleges are highly selective. They look not only at grades, but also take into consideration your SAT scores, extracurricular activities, and your racial minorities. A very selective and carefully examined government fund financial aid which takes into account various factors is known as FAFSA. Such factors which affect the outcome of FAFSA are parents' economic status, individuals' yearly income, socioeconomic status, number of siblings in the home, dependent or non-dependent individuals, number of children, and marital status. FAFSA is very difficult to attain due to the number of factors involved. In many cases, the government does not provide the funding due to just one of the factors being insufficient with the standard of FAFSA requirements. Many of these types of fundings are very difficult to acquire, and loans put students in greater debt after graduating. Therefore, many students take other avenues in order to succeed financially without a degree. This is detrimental to American people because if people attending college decreases, then other intellectual growth as a nation will diminish. We as citizens have the right for lower or free tuition. Our founding fathers supported it, but none more like Thomas Jefferson. The Zook and Kamiki Commission on several occasions support low or no tuition for public two-year colleges. It is within our power as we the people, since we are the government, we are the voters, we are the American people who can address the situation. Government supports for the first 2 years of schooling for school students would greatly relieve debt and allow them to mature and develop. After high school, it is extremely difficult to automatically determine a career path. Therefore, let's examine the mishaps involved in changing majors and insurance associated with schooling. Do you really know what you want to do the rest of your life at the age of 18 or even 20? I know that I changed my major 3 times. This changes cost money and further increase your debt. It is unjust for colleges to force upon you a major. If you're enrolled in a 4-year college, your major must be predetermined. Only community college allow you to opt to take liberal art majors. In this way, the government and the school makes money off students. This is another reason why the government should offer lower tuition at least for the first 2 years of school. Insurance is another problem with going to school. You cannot get a well-paying job without going to school, and you cannot go to school without making money. Therefore, you cannot get insurance. If you're not going to school, then insurance is cut off after your 19th birthday. However, if you stay in school, you put yourself in a more debt, but get more insurance. College is, in a sense, a great investment for an individual's future. However, it can cause major problems for the following reasons. It can cause burdens for marriages and stress to pay back loans without a sufficient income. The government should make it its duty to help future generations become more developed by more affordable college tuition, lower interest rates, free two-year college programs, and a greater availability for insurance. Lower tuition and government supports will increase America's intellectual status and produce a smarter, more productive nation. In turn, will help America to grow and continue its technological advances to continue to be a leading nation across the world.